we go through 6 things about Caitlin Clark and her position in the WNBA. Let's get started. Number 1. The hype machine and its discontents. Clark's popularity, fueled by mainstream sports media, corporate sponsors, and a surge in social media followers, created enormous expectations. Suddenly, many casual fans who might not have watched the WNBA before were tuning in to see the Caitlin Clark show. National broadcasts featured her prominently, often at the expense of other league stars who had been building the sport's profile for years. Some veterans and their supporters felt overshadowed by the narrative that Clark would single-handedly save or revive women's basketball, despite the league's steady growth in attendance, ratings, and talent over the past decade. For veterans like Aya Wilson, Breanna Stewart, and others who have been at the top of the league, the outsized attention on Clark felt like a snub. Many fans and players voiced concerns that the media was prioritizing a new, largely white star over the WNBA's diverse, veteran core. This tension isn't necessarily Clark's fault, but it reflects deep-rooted frustrations about how women's sports, and black athletes in particular, are marketed and celebrated. Number 2. The physicality factor. Welcome to the WNBA. On the court, Clark's game, built on long-range shooting, quick releases, and high usage, demanded respect from defenders. But it also made her a target for tough, physical defense, as is common in professional basketball. The WNBA is known for its physical, defense-oriented play, and rookies often struggle to adjust to the speed and strength of the league. Clark faced hard fouls early in the season, and some of these drew significant attention from fans and commentators who believed she was being singled out. For many players, however, these fouls were business as usual, part of welcome to the league treatment that rookies have always faced. They argued that Clark, despite her collegiate stardom, should not receive special treatment or protection. The league's veterans, many of whom have battled through years of tough competition, saw this as normal initiation, not a vendetta. Number 3. Marketing versus meritocracy, the face of the league debate. The WNBA, eager to capitalize on Clark's popularity, heavily marketed her as the new face of the league. This is not unusual. Leagues everywhere promote their most marketable stars. However, Clark's elevation felt especially abrupt to some observers, given that she had yet to prove herself against the league's best defenders. Meanwhile, established stars, like Wilson, Stewart, and Chelsea Gray, had already built resumes full of all-star selections, MVP trophies, and championship rings, but sometimes received less media focus than Clark's every move. This dynamic stoked frustration among some fans and players who felt the league was catering too much to a rookie's hype rather than celebrating its accomplished veterans. Clark's meteoric rise, fueled by corporate sponsors and mainstream networks, sparked debates about how the league balances growth and respect for those who've helped build its foundation. Number 4. The cultural and racial undercurrents. Another layer to the backlash against Clark is rooted in cultural and racial dynamics. As a white Midwestern star, Clark's success has sometimes been framed as more accessible to mainstream sports fans and brands than some of her black peers, who have long been the backbone of the league. Players like Wilson and Stewart have faced years of grind, often with less media attention, while Clark has enjoyed a fast track to superstardom. This dynamic reflects broader patterns in sports marketing, where certain players, often white, often fitting a particular All-American image, get more media coverage and endorsement deals than equally or more talented black athletes. While Clark herself may not be responsible for these systemic issues, she has become a focal point of the conversation, which has, at times, unfairly placed her in the middle of the league's long-standing struggles with race. Number 5. Clark's own role and challenges. To be fair, Clark herself has often expressed respect for the league's veterans and a desire to learn from them. She's acknowledged that she's still adjusting to the league's physicality and speed. However, her confidence, some call it swagger, on the court can also be polarizing. Her deep three-pointers, quick trigger, and animated celebrations rub some players and fans the wrong way, especially when combined with the narrative that she's the future of the league. This dynamic, cocky rookie versus established veterans, plays out in every sport, but in the WNBA's tight-knit community, it feels particularly intense. Number 6. What's next? Ultimately, the criticism Clark has faced reflects the growing pains of a league that's expanding rapidly and trying to balance old and new. The influx of new fans, many drawn by Clark, has been a boon for ticket sales and TV ratings. But the league is also grappling with how to ensure its longtime stars get their due, while welcoming a new generation of players who bring fresh energy and different styles of play. The truth is, the tension around Clark is not just about her. It's about how women's sports are marketed, how black athletes are, or aren't, celebrated, and how a growing league negotiates change. Clark's talent and passion are undeniable, but she's also become a lightning rod for debates that go far beyond any single player. How the league, and its fans, navigate these issues will shape the WNBA's identity for years to come.